My wife, 37, and I, 36, have been married for 10+ years. We have 2 kids who are of school age now. And so far, everything was perfect in our relationship. We've been together since college. We have good communication, I think, and we would always talk openly about our struggles, desires, etc., and solve them together. Recently, my wife told me that a guy was hitting on her at the gym, which surprised and scared me. I asked her how this made her feel, and she admitted that it turned her on. We have that openness to talk about other people. I can say, I find a particular actress or person attractive, for example, and she will just smile and she does the same. We like to know what the other person likes. We think it brings us closer together. But this time I started feeling that this was coming from a different place. A month went by and this topic was never mentioned again. But then a few days ago, she wanted to talk. She asked, how would I feel if we would try non-monogamy? I was shocked. I didn't know what to say. I asked her if it was because of that guy at the gym, and she said, no, she hadn't seen him since, but it's something that was growing inside of her for quite some time, and maybe this encounter now ignited it. I asked how she imagines it, and she didn't have any specific scenario, which I felt was a good sign. I was afraid she already had a person in mind. She said we would talk more and find it out together, how we would want to do it. She said she is missing some excitement and she thinks we could do it together in a way that's good for our marriage. I didn't know what I could say. So I asked for some time to reflect. I don't want to be with other women. For me, my wife is the love of my life and I don't want to lose her. On the other hand, I'm afraid that if I don't agree to it, she might resent it later and maybe it would even lead her cheating behind my back. Has anyone been in such a situation? My opinion, I couldn't do an open relationship. I think it's just a ploy to cheat on your partner or sleep with multiple people, and it can be dangerous to your health because in reality, you don't know their sexual background. I wonder how the couples back then survived 50 to 60 years with one partner. I keep hearing this bullshit about humans can't be monogamous. Yes, they can. And they have demonstrated that they can be monogamous to one person for decades. This age of open marriages, polyamory is just nonsense. Like I said, it's just my opinion. I am going to read a few comments from this post, and I am also posting the link in the description so you can go read more comments. Reddit is a vast, unending graveyard for relationships where one partner wants an open relationship and the other begrudgingly goes along with it only to find their life turns into a nightmare of epic proportions. These situations always end very badly for the partner that didn't want it. If you don't want this, say no and make it the hill to die on. Agreeing will not save your relationship. You can go to couples counseling to work out things, and maybe your wife should go to individual counseling to find out why she needs to get validation from men outside her marriage. This comment is from, I agree that if one agrees to it unwillingly, it's never a good thing. I'm an analytical person. I'm trying to understand why she wants it. I was always supportive with everything she wanted, career, study, move, etc. And she always did everything with a good intention. And with our marriage in mind, this now is a big one though. And I don't know where to go with this. Analytics won't solve this. Your heart is not a statistic. Emotions and feelings eventually went out, whether good or bad. And if you do want to go by statistics, most relationships fail that start out monogamous and try to open up. I suggest not going that road. Honestly, this is a post I've read 100 times before. It never has a happy ending. Being totally serious. Can you take her skydiving? Go on a trip to Europe? Hell, tell her to dress up sexy and meet in a hotel room where you have sex with the lights off, or experiment with BDSM or something. But a one-sided opening of the marriage is not going to end well. Also, for your information, she will have a much easier time finding partners than you will. Then analyze this. Sir. She made marital promises, vows of exclusivity. Those are to be kept with love and intentionality. There are not things done begrudgingly. She shouldn't even be entertaining these things that in of itself disrespects and is analytically inconsistent with the marital vow. What values do you guys share and talk about? Can you get serious with her and communicate more firm boundaries? How does she think this ends? A 36-year-old woman? Ain't that far from 40 things? Get a little pathetic when a woman of that maturity still wants the excitement and butterflies from men that are only interested in pump and dump. Be clear and confident, be willing to lose this marriage. In order to save it, she has had her head up her rear, in my opinion. Lastly, keep working on your own strengths and health. It may help remind her of what she has.